街は静かで深い海のよう続く道にただ私一人だけ遠い声を頼りに歩いてゆくのずっと探してるそっと光る青い光
Hi, welcome to another edition of Gaming Night. Tonight we're going to be talking about a game I just recently got. Picked it up over at Riders on a whim, and I'll talk about why I picked it up and my experience with it. So, without further ado, let's go and talk about the game, the reason why I picked it up. First reason is I like the box art. I love dragons. Kudos to those that designed the box, because this is how designing a box should be. Just easily pop on your coffee table, and just this alone will attract attention. So now, besides the pretty box, how does the game fare? Well, I'll tell you that, and but first, let's hop into the components of the game. Now, for the components, besides a nice box, you open this bad boy up. You got the nice little rule book. Really elegant. Really fits well with the theme. Really simple, easy to read rules. It came with some rules in different languages for those that are non-English speaking people. On top of all that, besides the board itself is very elegant. I mean, this is something you could easily just put on a coffee table, and amazingly it attract a lot of attention. So even if you just don't even have the box, you can set this on the table and it's set up. It's really easy to set it up. You know, I like the fact that it's easy to set up. Now, instead of giving you plastic pawns and stuff, give you some really nice stone playing pieces, and they got the dragon carved into them, and they're all different colors. There's 8 in all, so you can have the 8 players. And then you get these nice tiles. This is a dragon tile, and this is at the goes at the bottom of the deck. This I'll explain that later when we show you how to play the game. Just, tiles on the top, and then the actual playing pieces are little paths, and they're really nicely done. I mean, this whole game is not only nice, appealing to the box artwork, the board's nice, as well as the playing pieces. Everything's just so elegant. It's just really nicely put together. But all that doesn't matter, does it? No. What matters is how does it play. So, come on around and I'll show you how to play Tsuro. Alright, this is how you set up the board. Now, the eldest player will go first. So, you set aside this tile. This is the dragon tile. You randomly shuffle the tiles pieces, and then you deal each player 3 tile pieces. Just for the sake of the game, I'm going to keep these plain tile pieces aside of the board, just so they don't get in the way of the game shots here. Each player is going to look at their hands of tiles. Okay. With that, they're going to decide where they're going to go on the board. This player decided to play their piece here. By looking at his tile pieces, and he's going to play the first card on his tile piece. So, what you do is, these markers here are where the paths start. So, he designated he's going to start in this path. So his piece is going to go right to the end of that path. And he's going to draw a tile piece. So, set that there. The other player is going to look at their pieces. Well, he started there. That lines up with his path. And he's going to go follow that. Then he's going to draw a tile. So he'll set the tiles back down there. This player will then look at his new tile and his other tiles and try to plan. So as his path in it here, he's got to figure out where he wants to go. So you can't lay any pieces anywhere else other than in front of your piece. So you can't play them in front of your opponent. So your job is to try to keep you from going off the board or sharing the same path to your opponent or you collide. If you collide with your opponent, you're both out. So in a two-player game, you basically tie. And more players, you basically try and eliminate each player. So, and the dragon tile basically implies that when you're playing with one or two players, that whoever has that dragon tile, as soon as someone goes out, you get to take one of their tiles from their hand, and as a card, or because you're supposed to have 3 cards in your hand, 3 tiles in your hand at all times. So, he's playing this one. So he can go straight here. And he draws a card. So, the strategy is to stay alive as much as you can by playing your tiles. It's a really simple game, really fun, especially with a lot of players. Playing tiles on each turn. Now, if he would have done this, if he would have went like here and then it was his turn again and he played a piece like this was connected here and this somehow got connected here and he went all the way, he'd be out of the game. Just for the sake of this was the scenario. The same thing would be if somehow the player, his path went here, and somehow he started here, boom, they'd be out. So it's pretty much a really simple game, really easy to teach, really fun because it's got a lot of strategy. Because you're same time you don't know what your opponent's got in their hand, and at the same time they don't know what you got. So you're just basically trying to keep yourself alive on the board without going on the outside, and they're doing the same thing. And with more players comes the fact that you could actually lay a tile piece that could end up crossing paths with each other. But this is Tsuro in a nutshell, and if you have any questions, comments, feel free to ask. So I'm pretty sure there might be some, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure this game is really straightforward, especially to you, but by all means, feel free to ask.